Hi, I'm Will and I'm the Campaigns and Communications Officer at Results UK. Today I'm going to be guiding you through this video, introducing you to campaigning and advocacy, and how we use this at Results in our work to end global poverty. So, let's get into it.
First, what exactly is advocacy? Well, different people use this term differently, but in essence, advocacy is about promoting something you believe in, such as a particular social or political cause, in order to gain support for the change you want to see. For example, you might believe in the need to take action on homelessness in the UK or disability rights. As well as standing up for what you believe in yourself and taking your own personal actions to promote that, in advocacy, we need to gain the support of others. That can be the public, maybe the media and decision makers such as the government, or a company. Basically, whoever has the power to make the change you want to see.
So, by influencing political decisions to achieve a change in direction, you are helping to shape the world for the better, making your voice heard and playing an active part in our democratic system. This is extremely important. It's really motivating to know that, collectively, we have the power to make the world a better place.
In this slide, the picture on the left is a results advocate, or you could call her a campaigner, these terms overlap, meeting her MP in Parliament in August 2025. She's pressing him to support debt relief for poor countries to provide more resources for poverty reduction. And on the right, you can see the results campaigners joining others at an event in February 2023, which was called the Hunger Lobby Day, where people came together to meet their MPs in Westminster, calling for a response to the food crisis that was happening in East Africa at the time. These are two great examples of where results campaigners have advocated for a cause they believe in and tried to influence the decisions of those who have the power to deliver change. What actually is a campaign? For that, I'm going to use the help of my colleague, Tanya.
Hi, I'm Tanya. I'm the Parliamentary Advocacy Officer for Child Health at Results UK. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what a campaign is. In advocating for change, a campaign is what we usually call a set of activities that you plan and do to create support for your cause.
Once you know what the issue is that you want people to care about and to act on, you start to think strategically about how you can bring them on board and get them to take actions of their own. There are many different things you can decide to do to achieve your goal, and some of these are illustrated in this slide. Writing to politicians, holding rallies, circulating petitions, doing fundraising, going to lobbying events, or reaching out to others in your community. Campaigning can be done online and in person. At Results, we do a lot of work to educate and involve members of Parliament and the government. That's because they have the most direct control of the resources that can be used to fight disease and poverty around the world. More on how we do this later.
Personally, I got involved in campaigning because I believe in the value of using my voice to help others. But everyone, such as you watching this video, will have a different story to tell about why you want to get involved in taking a stand against poverty and social injustice. There are many charities and other organisations that can help you to learn more about issues, connect with others and take meaningful actions that will help build the pressure needed to make the change you are seeking. But now, let Tanya and me tell you a little bit about Results.
Results is an international development organisation and a registered charity. It was created in the USA in the late 1970s, formed to create the political will to end global hunger. Today, the focus has shifted to poverty more broadly, although of course we sadly still see scenes of mass starvation in the news all too regularly.
As well as here in the UK, there are other Results partner organisations around the world, including in the US, Canada, Japan, Australia, Mexico and South Korea. So, together, how do you think we are going to end poverty? Well, by creating the political will. And as seen on the previous slide, we already have the tools to do this.
Results came to the UK in 1986, and in this picture, you can see some of our volunteers strategizing together. We're a small but active network guided by a staff body that helps to provide direction and recommend policies that we want to change. A key belief at Results is that the voices of citizens in a democracy are powerful and can influence political decisions that will bring an end to global poverty, especially when coordinated across the UK and globally.
What often surprises people about their experience of campaigning with Results is just how much of a difference they can make. It's easy to be downhearted when there are so many problems in the world and so many people suffering from injustice. Many people quite reasonably feel powerless in the face of this. But let's have a look at some actual examples of things we have achieved in the world that happened because people like you and me got involved in pushing for a change. In the case of Results, many of these are in the field of helping people gain access to health services and are quite specific. So me and Tanya are going to take you through a few of these.
In 2019, Results UK campaigners helped to gain a commitment from the government of £1.4 billion to go to the Global Fund to fight HIV, tuberculosis and malaria, followed by another £1 billion in 2022. This has saved literally millions of lives around the world from those three diseases, and we're pushing for a further 3-year commitment in 2025.
In 2023, we helped ensure that Parliament's International Development Committee maintained its crucial role in scrutinising the UK's aid spending, ensuring it is focused on reducing poverty as it should. It was planned to scrap it, and we helped stop that.
For many years, we've been supporting the UK's efforts to help tackle malnutrition and hunger around the world, including not only finding financial resources, but also helping the government's efforts to be more joined up with the efforts of others. And in 2025, the UK government agreed to join a new global compact on malnutrition.
In 2024, the UK government provided £1.98 billion to the World Bank's International Development Association, the world's largest fund dedicated to poverty reduction.
And lastly, in 2021, the government pledged to provide £1.65 billion to provide essential vaccines to children around the world, helping to save millions of lives and prevent the spread of infectious diseases. In 2025, it provided a further £1.25 billion, again because people like you and me told them it was a priority.
Altogether, that's a lot. And just a snapshot of what can be achieved on fighting global poverty if we get together and work to make a change.
So how does Results actually help people take part in campaigning on global poverty issues? Our advocacy takes a 3-pronged approach: policy, parliamentary and grassroots.
Policy advocacy involves researching what is needed and what works, so that we can make recommendations to the government and others about the most effective things they can do to contribute to the fight against poverty and inequality worldwide. For example, in the past year, we produced reports on the stigma around tuberculosis, as well as how nutrition programs are financed. Our staff regularly meet civil servants to discuss these issues. Then there's parliamentary advocacy, working directly in Parliament to engage MPs in these issues, to get them to support our policies and help them decide how these ideas fit in with other political priorities.
Finally, there's Grassroots. That's where people like you come in, doing what we call grassroots advocacy.
We turn the policy information into campaign actions that people can take where they live, and that often complements the political advocacy that we do, reaching your own MP and speaking as their constituent, telling them what you think they should support and why. You don't have to be an expert on the subject, and we provide all the briefing information you need. Over time, you get the chance to learn more and to hear from experts in the field, showing how these changes will actually make a difference in people's lives.
Results campaigns on or advocates for things that all people, wherever they live, need and have a right to: health and education and adequate nutrition.
As part of ensuring access to health, we focus on infectious diseases like tuberculosis, the world's most deadly infectious disease, and enabling routine immunisation.
We also believe they have a right to earn a decent living in a society where they can speak and live freely and advocate for their own needs.
Results campaigners typically follow this monthly pattern, but you can do as little or as much as you like and fit your activism around your own commitments. This is the typical monthly campaign cycle. At the end of each month, we email you some campaign information which explains what we are taking action on together and why it matters now. On the first Tuesday of the next month, we hold a Grassroots conference call over video, where people in our network right around the UK log in to hear from an expert speaker about the topic, and they can ask questions. Where people live near to each other and are members of Results groups, they sometimes meet in person and join the video call together. We currently have 6 of these groups around the country. The next stage is to take action. This involves writing a letter, and there's plenty of support available if you get stuck. We also ask that if you get a response from your MP or the government, please let us know. It really helps us plan our next steps in the campaign to know how they are responding. At the end of each month, it starts all over again with a new campaign action. And on the next monthly video call, we'll share the results of your actions so far and discuss the progress the campaign is making. If this information has been of interest to you and you'd like to get involved or find out a bit more about advocacy or results, here are some next steps. You can join our mailing list. The link is in the description box below the video. You'll receive our monthly campaign information and a monthly newsletter. This gives you everything you need to get involved. You can follow us on social media. Again, the links are in the description box. We're currently active on X, Instagram and LinkedIn. And you can always go to our website to find our recent campaign actions, as well as blogs and news items. Lastly, there's a welcome pack for new advocates and a selection of how-to guides on various aspects of advocacy. Again, all the links are below. If you have any questions, then you can email us on join@results.org.uk and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it's been useful and provided you a taste of what campaigning with results is like. For now, have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you on a conference call in the near future. Bye for now.